Hello, welcome back. I feel like I could start that a little less ominous, but we're here. And I'm not restarting. So, Benny just dropped, I guess, Summer 25. I'm excited. It's Benny. There's not much to say. One of the best rappers out. He's been in the news recently for allegedly dissing Freddie Gibbs, but then he came out afterwards and said he wasn't dissing Freddie. If he was dissing Freddie, he'd be a lot more direct than that. So that was kind of a nothing burger. I don't think it was this song. I believe it was I Am the Program, maybe. I don't know. But it was a nothing burger, so nothing to even comment about. I haven't listened to any of these actually, so I probably will go back and react to these on the channel. That's on? Yeah, that is on. Benny, Summer 2025. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, that hurt my back.
That summer feeling, that summer.
Why is my YouTube not in dark mode?
That summer feeling is gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
Griselda by
And then that summer feeling will come and haunt you, cause that summer feeling shall
We're just gonna zoom
haunt
in.
you the rest of your life.
Yo, it's summer 25 already. Look how quick a year passed. The thunder wanted chip, the whole LA smell like tear gas. Connect still tapping in. I told him I retire still. He said you gon' regret it like Zion regret Mariah Mills. Been last summer broke, but now we up.
Zion
We gotta give him his,
is
'cause
the
last-
basketball player, but I don't watch basketball, so somebody tell me the lore. I'm assuming it's some woman that he had dealings with that, I don't know what, did something nefarious, I'd imagine. If that's the case, tis a bar.
LA smell like tear gas. Connect still test. The thunder wanted chip. The whole LA smell like tear gas. Connect still tapping in. I told him I retire still. He said you gon' regret it like Zion regret Mariah Mills. Been last summer broke, but now we up. We gotta give him his. Cause last year was your turn. But this summer y'all stick up kids. Bundy had a daughter. Be back home from that prison bed. The streets need a Griselda album. Shit, I need a bigger crib. But once I left the streets, I watched the sunset in Greece. Come back to visit.
So we getting the Griselda album or what? Like, what did that mean? Was that like kind of like dismissing, like, or was he saying like he's gonna do the Griselda album because it's gonna make him money and then it'll result in him having a bigger house? Or was he saying, was he like, is he signing a Pyrex? Anyway,
I left the streets, I watched the
I
sunset.
think he was. That distracted me. All right, never mind.
Come back to visit. Bundy had a daughter. Be back home from that prison bed. The streets need a Griselda album. Shit, I need a bigger crib. But once I left the streets, I watched the sunset in Greece. Come back.
I can't tell what that was. I can't tell if it was that, like what I said, or that was him like dismissing it. Like, streets need a Griselda album. Well, I need a bigger crib. You know, we all can't get what we want right now. Like, I can't tell if it was that or if it was, yeah, we're gonna do the Griselda album so I can get a bigger crib. You know what I mean? I can't
Back to visit Shade gravesite.
do the Griselda album. There's only one. I was just listening to that the other day. That's crazy.
Tell bro rest in peace. I got seniority with the plug. He said there's one left for me. My own boss, so I could drop a tape for one just released. The independent hustle, yeah. I came up eating off the back end with better jewels and long.
And I was just thinking about that Shady deal too. I think it was cool that I was thinking about the Shady deal because the Griselda album dropped under Shady, even though originally I don't think it was supposed to be like I don't think Benny was included in that album deal. I think it was they signed up to do one album for Conway, one album for Benny, and then a duo album, Conway and Benny. But I think at least it seemed like they worked out some deal where it was Benny, Conway, and did I say Benny? Conway and West Side Gun. Sorry, it was one album for Conway, one album for West Side Gun, and then a joint album between the two. Like, I don't think Benny was involved in that initial deal, at least not with the initial press release, because I remember reading it and Benny wasn't including that at all. But then the Griselda album came out under Shady and the contract was fulfilled. So I'm assuming like some language got changed around in the contracts to add Benny to that and then release it as a Griselda album, and that fulfilled their contract. Because I don't think they have, because if the contract was unfulfilled, then they would still owe Shady Records a Conway and West Side Gun Hall and Nash album. But I don't think they do.
Runs and rappers who went platinum.
How did what? Sorry. Oh, okay. I was thinking about them releasing music on their own and being independent. I was thinking about their deal with Shady. Like, I think it was really cool that even though West Side Gun was on Shady, Conway was on Shady, they were still allowed to just drop whatever and drop mixtapes and stuff like that on the side. That they worked out a deal like that, because a lot of artists aren't allowed to do that. Stick on Shady Records, for example. West Side Boogie he's been pretty mute since like what 2022. It's been 3 years. I mean, as far as albums and projects go, like he'll drop a project and then like a year later he'd be like, oh, I finished the next one, and then we won't hear from him for multiple years, or for a long time outside of features and stuff like that. And it's just really sad to watch, because it feels like these artists are just kind of not deteriorating, like they're not getting worse, but they feel like they're not capitalizing on momentum because they're not allowed to put out projects, or at least from what I'm seeing. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they are allowed to, maybe it's not the record label, maybe it is the artist, maybe the artist just, maybe Westside Boogie is just sitting on his hands, he doesn't want to do anything, he says, I don't want to make a video, I don't want to drop a video, I don't want to drop a single, I don't want to, leave me alone. Maybe it's all him. But from the outside looking in, it seems like it's just a lot of label stuff getting in the way, and maybe if he wasn't on that label, he would be getting he would be dropping more frequently as far as projects go. But if he wasn't on that label, would he be having the quality of music videos? Would he be having the certain things paid for him? Would he, what I mean? Like, so would he be making as much money, whatever the case is? So I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. But Grip, who's on Shady Records, he's dropping projects on the side too, as well as Shady Records projects. So I don't know how that works. I mean, maybe everybody just has their own unique contracts, but yeah, I do respect how Benny is kind of like leveraging his independence in a lot of his moves, and it's dope. Or like just sticking like maintaining his independence more than leveraging. That was the wrong word choice, but maintaining his independence despite like throughout all the moves he's making, like he's still allowed to do what he wants to do and drop what he wants to drop. Like Westside Gunn and Conway, like going into that Shady deal, making sure they were allowed to drop, whenever they wanted, whatever they wanted still, that's just dope to me. Just with Griselda as a whole, they always were like a beacon of independent hip hop. But all, like they're just revolutionary in so many different ways. No, they're not the only independent artists out, but like they're, I don't know. Just keep going.
I came up eating off the back end with better jewels and longer runs than rappers who went platinum. It's summertime Butch Deuce. I had to make it.
That's true too. Like I know, look, it's Benny. He's gonna say a lot of stuff that needs to be talked about, but a longer run than a lot of dudes who went platinum. Like, yeah, Benny, Conway, Westside Gunn, Griselda as a whole. No, they're not going platinum with these albums, but their albums are showing to have impact. So maybe initially in that first week they're not platinum, they're not big or whatever, but when they beat you over the head with these albums and this music, like their movement just progresses and gets stronger and stronger. Like that impact is going to be felt. It's more of like if you watch like boxing or something like that, it's like a fighter that isn't like it's not like a knockout puncher. He's not like a Deontay Wilder, but he's more so like it's like a marathon type of fighter where he's going to keep punching you for 12 rounds and eventually you're going to get knocked out, but it may take a little longer, but he's in that race a lot longer than you, somebody who's, can only fight for one round. Maybe they drop an album every 5 years and it's a great album. It's a knockout album, but they don't have that impact because they're either not dropping, they're not as present, they're not, you know what I mean? They just don't have that cultural relevancy. But like Griselda has impacted everything from the fashion, the music, the beats, the style of rap, like everything. So yeah, I like what he's saying a lot. That chain is fire. And I'm not like a chain guy, like at all. Like I don't care for chains. Like I think they're kind of just worthless jewelry. Like I don't care. That's just not my vibe. But that just like artistically, that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? That's just a cool piece.
Pot scraping granules, that's how I made it tangible. I'm Montana Ash Deuce, I had to make it annual. And a pot scraping granules, that's how I made it tangible. I'm Montana Ave Butch, I'm literally from trap heaven. Y'all niggas chit chat reckless, and basically that's telling. Can't compare me to no new rappers, they gotta be past legends. She asked for dough before I fuck, but basically that's begging. I'm in every state, cause you can say that I'm a travel hustler. Seen them try to do what Butch did, and don't last a summer. 17 a joint, we break the whip down and wrap them under. That price go where I go, it's like Devontae Adams' number. I'll buy a pallet from you, just write down that magic number. Been so good for so long that they don't think I had a hunger. Ain't adding up, I chew through shit. Which rapper I'ma have for supper? Depending what your watch costs, a bra unfastened for you. They wanna see my status plummet. Probably say I had it coming. Meanwhile, I'm grinding, stacking hundreds, flying, packing luggage. It ain't no clouds and it's 90 outside. That mean it's grimy outside, but fuck it. You can still find me outside. Summer 25. Summer 25.
Yeah, it's Benny. It's Benny. It was smooth. It wasn't anything like crazy lyrically or whatever, but he was talking a lot of stuff that I like to hear. And yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was real smooth. Wasn't anything crazy. I wouldn't say it's anything to like. This isn't like a standout track from Benny. You know what I mean? Like if this is on an album, it'll kind of just be like it's cool. It's a cool track. I wouldn't like favorite or anything like that. But I respect everything he was saying. He was spitting on here. He was rapping. He was rapping well. It kind of just like he set a bar and he hit it. You know, he hit the bar. Yeah, it was dope. I'm probably going to check out these other tracks because I don't remember listening to them unless I did and just forgot about it. But especially this one, Derringer and Skylar Blatt. I don't know what that is. Money and No, I remember this one popping up in my feed and I'd like put it and watch later and I just forgot about it. So yeah, I'm going to check that one out now. Like and sub, all that good stuff. Deuces.